So I want 10 G's on the over-under on that game at 7 o'clock. Hold on a sec. Okay, yeah. No, I have the ring. Hey, can you shut that TV down? Yeah, no. What are you doing over there? Hey, stop that. Okay, yeah. No, put the bet down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared, back from holiday break. I went home, hung out with my parents, family, and whatnot, opened up a bunch of presents, had to explain why I'm dressed as a cat on YouTube, you know, just the normal things. But I'm back into the theaters and went and saw the new one that people are saying is going to, you know, get a lot of awards notice. Uncut Gems. A charismatic jeweler makes a high-stakes bet that could lead him to the ultimate win, all while trying to balance business, family, and adversaries. So is Uncut Gems one of the best movies and must-see movies of 2019? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Uncut Gems, if you've already seen this movie, or if you're very much looking forward to seeing this movie this weekend. Now let's get into some of the good. So right off the bat, obviously this film is coming from the Safdie brothers, and I'm only aware of them because I was able to check out their film, I think a couple years ago, with Robert Pattinson, Good Time. And that was down, gritty, you know, raw. It was a run all night kind of film. It was very, again, stressful. And their style from that film is very much ramped up in Uncut Gems and then almost portrayed throughout even longer of a runtime. I mean, this movie is, I'm sure you've heard this from a lot of other people, but it's oozing with their flavor and style. Very close up, you know, borderline claustrophobic shots. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say a run all night, but it's a very stressful watch because there's this Howard character that's played by Adam Sandler. I'll get into him later. But it's sort of, he's balancing all of these different things. Family, business, his opposition. There's a lot of different things that he's sort of balancing in this film. And they do a great job of essentially balancing all of that in the film as well. And again, like I had mentioned, this is a very stressful movie. They were able to craft this almost tension and intensity in this film. From the first opening 5 minutes of this movie, it is all of these different conversations going on, background music, phones ringing, people trying to talk to him. There's a TV blaring in the background, and again, that just caused this hectic, almost uneasy stressfulness as an audience member watching this movie. It plays perfectly into the style and vibe and story that they're trying to tell, and along with the script as well, because these characters are very sharp with their back and forths, because there's no time to really kind of breathe in between their lines. Again, it's very quick, it's boom, 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 and causes this stress because everything is going on so fast and so quickly that you just want someone to kind of take a breather, kind of explain themselves, and then the next 5 minutes would not have played out as the way it did. So I would say that they crafted such this, again, I thought it was such a stressful watch. Like, I joked and I said, I'm going to pour myself a drink after watching this movie because, again, the Safdies, they have their own kind of weird style, and it's very much going, I wouldn't say mainstream, but I loved what they did in this movie, and it's fantastic. But adding into this, like, intense, kind of stressful vibe of the movie is the score and music that they chose to use in Uncut Gems. And it is like this, I wouldn't say exactly 80s, but it's very much 80s inspired synth music. The songs, they hit on the side of dread, very much tying into that stressfulness of watch, this intensity of the film, ramping up, again, like I said, the tension between two characters, the tension in a situation, whether or not this thing is going to happen for this character, or is he going to be thrown out with the trash, I guess. But then also the music did this weird thing where it hit on that spectrum of dread and hopelessness, but it all the way pushes to the other end where it had this like fairy tale fantasy optimistic feel to the music, because when someone would hit it big or something was going great for a character, it had these synth notes in the background that really, like, you know, it's happy, it's feel good lucky, like I'm feeling good things for this person, optimistic, I'm very happy for this person. So the weird spectrum that this score of this movie had was, again, just something unique that I hadn't seen in a film of 2019. And again, it ties in with that stressfulness of the film that I had mentioned earlier. But getting into the highlight, the main draw of this film is obviously Adam Sandler. Did he do well in this film? Did he not? Did he do the you know, the Billy Madison, you know, the joke thing that he's been known for? And I don't know what they did, what in him triggered or whatnot, but he is phenomenal as this Howard Ratner character in this film. He is, again, just this despicable, gross human, basically just playing greed, and that's another kind of message that runs through this whole movie, is the sense of greed. Everyone around him, Howard's character specifically, is there doing kind of what's best for themselves. And again, like I mentioned, he is a very despicable human. You believe that he is this jewelry dealer in this business, playing off of this guy to play off of this guy to get himself an extra buck and whatnot. And the way that the softies and the script really, I'm sure, painted this character, what Adam Sandler did completely cemented this character in this world, in this movie. And again, just watching his performance throughout this movie, it's despicable. Just kind of the mannerisms of, you know, just a kind of devilish smirk, I would say, and then also him just on that side of the spectrum, but then him breaking down into tears because everything is just crumbling in. And you can see how, as a viewer, all of this stress from phone calls, people wanting this, people wanting that, all of these deals trying to come together. I mean, one little tiny thing falls through the cracks, everything falls apart. And as someone who is stressed all the time, I could relate to that so much. So just having that anxiety and stress on the character as well, and kind of the way he carried himself as well in this film. I mean, Adam Sandler perfectly holds Uncut Gems together, and I would not be surprised if he got some sort of nomination come award season. Now, on the negative side of Uncut Gems, I don't have anything. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, even though this movie is not going to be for everyone. I know, for example, this movie was stressful. This was a very stressful watch. This is not one that I'm going to want to watch weekly, monthly. I'll maybe watch this like once a year for rewatches, because just the anxiety and stress and tension in this film just really just got under my skin throughout this movie. Overall, Uncut Gems is literally a gem. This is a must-see of 2019. With it featuring this gritty, filthy, almost grimy feel of the Zofties, from framing to this optimistic, dreadful score, and Adam Sandler turning in one of the best performances of 2019. I would highly, highly, highly recommend checking out Uncut Gems if you have not checked out this film yet. In closing, I'm going to give Uncut Gems 4.7 out of 5 tally-hoo-hoos. So what do you guys think of Uncut Gems if you were able to check it out? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer actions, fun comedy skits. Tomorrow, we have Mandalorian Episode 8, and then Season 1 wrap-up, then Little Women. I want to check out 1917, but my understanding is it doesn't come out until January, so unfortunately I won't be able to do that. Follow all of my social media, like this video, share this video out. Thank you so much, and until next time, I'll see you later.